Man United 1, Aston Villa 0. I'm joined with happy United fans who have just celebrated 3 points and 1 goal. Yes, it was a very tight game. I'm here with George, a fellow Londoner. George, tell me how you feel about the game today, mate. Speak up.
Oh man, great. Great game. It was all under control until that last 15 minutes. And then Villa suddenly come back. Lindelof with that header off the line. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Right. Josh, what was your take on the game today, mate?
Well, I mean, we were obviously the dominant team, and we knew that from the get-go. But we have to go and express that. We have to finish. We have to go and put our mark on that. And again, we were struggling right until the last whistle.
100%, mate.
And so, we shouldn't be doing that.
No. So you're saying we need to game manage the games a bit better.
Well,
close the game, especially a home match.
We have to put matches away, is what I'm saying. Is that we've seen this. This is what happened against Sevilla. This is what happened against Spurs. We start off the match well. We get the goal, and then we just need to sit back. And we've got to stop it. We have to go, and it's like we get a goal, let's get a second, get a third.
Right. So George, when you saw this whole game, yes, it was 1-0, it was 3 points. Were you comfortable through the game?
I mean, look, it looked great until about 70 minutes in, but you got to take those chances. You got to take those chances. That Eriksen decision, not picking out the right man, those couple of chances in the second half. If it's 2-0, different story, nice and happy. So got to be more clinical and finish that game off. United have improved so much this season. Better team, happier team, more cohesive team. But have got to take that step up next year if they want to compete at the very top level.
And George makes a good point, though, and this is why what I said in our last interview. Let's look back, where we were last season, we would have lost this match, or we would have drew because that was the team that we were.
Right.
Even though we didn't play well.
So you're saying the mentality has gotten tougher, better, in terms of?
I'm saying that we have gotten to the point where we can grind out matches now, where we didn't before. But I'm saying that, like George is saying, if we want to be a champ, if we want to be a trophy-winning side, it's not enough to grind out matches. You have to absolutely close the door.
100%, man. I 100% with you. So, George, who would you say was your man of the match for United? I mean, it wasn't the greatest performance, but the players today, the lineup, were you satisfied with the lineup today?
Yeah, look, I think, for me, Casemiro, the standout. Just occasionally that big tackle right at the end in a crucial moment, couple of big headers, nearly had that left foot shot from distance.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
This season the guy's been transformative. He's brought that steel to the base of midfield. He can put in the tackle, he can lead, he knows how to win. The guy doesn't know how to do anything except for win. So he was kind of key. Look, in terms of lineup, I thought smart, sensible. I do still think there's a gap right up top. I feel like you can have a real genuine out and out number 9. And then players coming off them, I think that'll be a different team. Harry Kane is the name that's being thrown around. Put that guy in, have the runners off the edge. There'll be a different proposition. But Marcus Rashford, unbelievable player, great season. But that first half chance, you got to put that away.
100%.
And that's the difference between competing for kind of top 4, top 5, and actually trying to get back to where United should be.
Right.
Which is trying to win the league.
Right. And so I feel like we are right on the cusp. Right. We're almost there. We're not there just yet. Right. And that's why I'm hoping over the summer transfer window and stuff, we bring in, whether it's Kane or somebody, and then, but also, even Rashford, he should have put that away. But when we compare again, this season,
he has done
unreal.
He has done well, without a doubt.
So, anyways, what I'm saying is that we're almost there.
Right.
So, we've got a few more things to sort out. And if we can do that, I think next season is when we really say, what, United are back.
And Ten Hag needs to hold his nerve with that. And if new owners come into the club, they need to hold their nerve with that.
Right,
this is not a time for major surgery. This is 1 or 2 key additions and keep moving in the direction. Because Ten Hag's been fantastic.
His first season, people forget he's only been there 7 months, and we've got a trophy. Fighting for top 4. I think that's a great achievement. And an FA Cup final.
And not only that, let's also look what Ten Hag has done in that. It's not like it was smooth sailing.
No,
right?
it was.
Do you remember our first 2 matches?
Yeah, we got obliterated by Brentford and Brighton.
Right? Yeah. Okay, and everyone's like, dude,
no, they said get him out already.
Ten Hag do it, Well, and then the whole Ronaldo.
I felt like Ronaldo had become, I think, a toxic influence in the dressing room. I think, one guy bigger than the club, Ten Hag's got them feeling like a team.
And so and you can see that. And also going back to Rashford, I do feel like Ten Hag has been a great influence on
Rashford's been
Rashford.
class.
You know, he's got his confidence back. He's doing so. That's what I'm saying is that for the first time since Fergie left, it feels like we have the right man.
Yes.
To steer the team in the right
Exactly.
direction.
Yes.
That
And
makes
if we
sense.
can just go and get a few more
More
additions to them, and sort of the ownership, of course. That's another
Yes,
conversation.
the ownership
but,
is very key. As we just heard, sorry to digress, we just heard that Sir Jim apparently is saying he'll keep 2 Glazers. I'm going to buy half of the club. What's your take on this, George?
No, it's felt like quite an opaque process. It's felt hard to kind of keep track of how it's going to play out. Look, whoever comes in, whoever takes over, stability, I think is part one. I think Ten Hag is the right man for the job. Old Trafford, you know, it feels like it probably needs some work, but to know they are on the right track. Like, you know, this is not a time to do a Chelsea, as it were, to come in and splash cash.
we don't need any Todd Bailey.
35 players and a
Your
changing room.
take on the latest news about Sir Jim buying 50% and keeping 2 Glazers in. How do you feel about it? Are you excited or are you like?
I mean,
bloody hell, no?
I'm an American, right? But regardless, I think the Glazers have been a negative influence on the club. I think we need them out. I would prefer that we get them completely out.
100%, right?
So I would prefer that, you know, if the Qataris could do that, that would be
Welcome.
preferable. But you know, I'm not calling the shots, so that would be what I would want. But regardless, I just want the Glazers to have less influence, and I just want to make sure that Ten Hag
It's supported the
and
right
has
way.
the resources to do what he needs to do. And I feel like in the past, sometimes the managers have wanted stuff, and the Glazers have been focused on just,
Yep.
you know,
100%.
we're focused on money or whatever. And it's like, no, you need to focus on the
But
club.
just coming back to a point, to the Ten Hag point, look, there's a cultural point with the club as well, where there are players who are top quality players who, for whatever reason, have not been happy, have not been confident, have played within themselves. Like Jadon Sancho is like potentially like a generational talent.
Right?
Like this kid is unbelievable, and at United he's not been at his best, and he's not been happy. So you know, Ten Hag is bringing.
But
him
look what
back
Ten Hag did
and-
with Sancho, though.
Yeah, exactly. Ten Hag is bringing him back. Ten
I
Hag
think
is
there's
bringing
still a lot
Rashford
more to
through,
come from
you know,
Sancho.
So
I still
just
think there's more.
so keep having faith in these players. They've got a hell of a lot of ability within them that's still slightly untapped, and you know,
Well,
don't change it all up.
And again, it's like I don't want to jinx it, but if we look back to Fergie, that was what was one of his main talents, right? Was going and getting to get the best out of incredible talents, right? And he was able to manage them and the personalities and stuff. And it seems like Ten Hag, again, fingers crossed, seems to have a similar ability. So that's why I say, like, for the first time since Fergie left, it seems like maybe we have the right guy.
And built wonderful Ajax teams, built fantastic Ajax teams on limited resources. You know, it's a bright time for United.
United's next game is Brighton, the team we beat in the FA Cup semi-finals. This might be a revenge time. Any predicted scores for that game, mate?
I don't, but Brighton are a good team.
They are.
Brighton
Well organised.
Brighton are a testament to how you can run a football club.
Yes.
You know,
We've
they
had no big
are
name
an
players.
example to the rest of the league right now. So
And
you
with
know,
a small
credit to
budget.
them. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah. Was it because Graham Potter was at Brighton before he got coached by Chelsea, right? And it's amazing that he left,
didn't.
and
Nothing changed. They continued like nothing happened.
Such strong structures. And
So no, like that, and that's what I'm saying. Like you cannot write Brighton off. It's a quality.
So you think they'll beat us?
No.
It's a question. You avoided the question. You're going to answer that question.
No. I think we go 2-1. We probably go up 2-0, and then United being United, we go in. Maybe they bring on Harry Maguire and he scores an own goal.
I'm going to keep dodging around the question, but what I would say is I thought Brighton were the better team in that semi.
They
were.
I agree.
You know, but if United want to lock in that top 4 spot, we've got to go get a result.
Right. You've heard it from my fellow countryman and United States man, Josh. It's been an absolute pleasure joining everyone here today. 3 points, 1 goal. We can't complain. Glory, glory.
Man United.
See you guys on the next one.
All right.